Things are getting even worse for Joe Biden as GOP senators are now requesting Hunter Biden's travel records from the Secret Service. Breaking from their press office, good afternoon, Senators Grassley and Johnson today requested Hunter Biden's official travel records from the U.S. Secret Service as a part of their ongoing probe into potential conflicts of interest. This is very interesting as my last video focused on how the Secret Service is also investigating another matter where a laptop was stolen containing information on Joe Biden and his corruption in the Ukraine. So very interesting timing for a number of reasons. The pair of Republican senators announced a new stage in their investigation into possible corruption by the Biden family an hour after President Trump was acquitted of 2 articles of impeachment. Here's the letter that was just released February 5th, 2020, to the director of the United States Secret Service from these GOP senators saying the Committee on Finance and Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs are reviewing potential conflicts of interest posed by the business activities of Hunter Biden and his associates during the Obama administration, particularly with respect to his business activities in Ukraine and China. In addition to several letters that the committees have sent to other agencies as part of that inquiry, the Committee on Finance also has written to the Department of Treasury regarding potential conflicts of interest in the Obama-era Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States approved transaction, which gave control of an American maker of anti-vibration technologies with military applications to a Chinese government-owned aviation company and China-based investment firm with established ties to the Chinese government. The transaction included Rosemont Seneca Partners, a company formed in 2009 by Hunter Biden, Christopher Hines, and others. Some watching are probably already aware that Christopher Hines is John Kerry's stepson. This letter to the Secret Service director continues saying, "We write to request information about whether Hunter Biden used government-sponsored travel to help conduct private business, to include his work for Rosemont Seneca and related entities in China and Ukraine. In December of 2013, 1 month after Rosemont Seneca's joint venture with Bohai Capital to form BHR, Hunter Biden reportedly flew aboard Air Force Two with then Vice President Biden to China. While in China, he helped arrange for Jonathan Li, CEO of Bohai Capital, to shake hands with Vice President Biden. Afterward, Hunter Biden met with Li for reportedly a social meeting. After the China trip, BHR's business license was approved. Then in 2015, BHR joined with Aviation Industry Corporation of China to acquire the American manufacturer, which was the biggest Chinese investment into U.S. automotive manufacturing assets to date. In addition to business dealings in China, Hunter Biden also served as a board member for Burisma Holdings, a Ukrainian energy company, in April of 2014. Around the time Hunter Biden joined Burisma, Vice President Biden reportedly became the public face of the administration's handling of Ukraine. It is unclear whether Hunter Biden received government-sponsored travel or a protective detail for these endeavors. Accordingly, to help the committees better understand Hunter Biden's travel arrangements to conduct business related to his dealings in Ukraine and China, among other countries, while he received a protective detail, please provide the following information no later than February 19th, 2020. 1. Please describe the protective detail that Hunter Biden received while his father was vice president And 2, please provide a list of all dates and locations of travel, international and domestic, for Hunter Biden while he received a protective detail. In your response, please note whether his travel was on Air Force One or Two or other government aircraft as applicable, and whether additional family members were present for each trip. We anticipate that your written response and most of the responsive documents will be unclassified. Please send all unclassified material directly to the committees. If any of the responsive documents do contain classified information, please segregate all unclassified material within the classified documents, provide all unclassified information directly to the committees, and provide a classified addendum to the Office of Senate Security. The committees comply with all laws and regulations governing the handling of classified information. The committees are not bound, absent their prior agreement, by any handling restrictions or instructions on unclassified information unilaterally asserted by the executive branch. So by requesting this information on Hunter Biden's travels from the Secret Service, these senators are taking a major step forward in the investigation against Biden corruption. I've also regularly been mentioning here how Joe Biden's campaign has been tanking amid these investigations. Joe Biden did terrible in Iowa. Then there was this very suspicious Iowa voting app glitch, which delayed the results, essentially covering up Biden's awful numbers. Now, more reports today pointing out that Biden's campaign also was a client of the tech company that is behind the glitchy Iowa voting app. Former Vice President Joe Biden's 2020 presidential campaign was also once a client of the tech firm whose glitchy app was behind the caucus catastrophe in Iowa. Blamed for these reporting mistakes and delays, Shadow Incorporated, led by Gerard Nimera, who developed technology for Hillary Clinton's failed 2016 presidential bid, worked on the campaigns of Biden and Pete Buttigieg, as well as the Nevada and Wisconsin state Democrat parties. The company, which was paid $63,000 by the Iowa Democrat Party for the error-prone smartphone software that was supposed to help in the tallying of election results, was involved with texting technology and digital advertising with the Biden campaign. Another brand new report this evening adds that Biden is getting rid of members of his campaign. Things are going so badly. First heads roll after Biden's weak Iowa finish. Joe Biden's campaign has parted ways with its Iowa field director 2 days after the former vice president came in an embarrassing 4th place in the primary caucus state. The departure is the first sign that the campaign is under pressure to address deficiencies after Biden's poor Iowa showing. The partial numbers out of Iowa show him with just under 16% of the raw vote. That's just 3 percentage points ahead of Amy Klobuchar. The preliminary caucus results show that Biden struggled to gain viability in counties across the state. That's despite the former vice president's high name recognition and the campaign's focus on the state in closing months before the caucuses. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think about this latest update. Senate Republicans now requesting Hunter Biden's travel records from the Secret Service. If you could also click the like button to give this video a thumbs up, that's greatly appreciated. And make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Also, down in the video description are links to my Patreon and PayPal accounts where you can support this channel directly. Even a few dollars makes a huge difference. helps me keep talking about these issues. Patreon.com/realityreader or paypal.me/realityreader. A big thank you again, everybody that has been sharing these videos and sharing the channel to help get this info out there. I will follow up soon. Thanks again.